What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. We back in studio. My name is Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. And don't forget to catch us exclusively on YouTube. Right here on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share. Let your people know this is the premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. Man, this week coming up, man, we got a lot of football happening, man.
Hey, bro.
Big time. Hey, football coming up, you know what I'm saying? Some real trash game in the first one. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see the Giants.
It's not even the first game, brother. The first. All right, bro. The first, it goes like this. The Eagles and the Cowboys. No.
Same difference. The Eagles, Cowboys,
the Eagles and the Cowboys play on Thursday.
Okay.
And then the Chiefs and the Chargers play on Friday.
Well,
you got two divisional games up front. Why don't we care?
Bro, y'all know we know what y'all about to do to the
Giants. Again, it's not the Giants, it's the Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys?
Yes. Same difference.
You know, they got rid of Micah. And
they're the Giants. You get rid of Micah, you're the Giants.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tommy DeVito.
Hey,
get that out the way early.
While we talking, I meant to tell you off camera, but that boy got a commercial. He got an endorsement.
Right, he does.
What was it? Affleck? I forgot. But, you know, man, we ain't missing
That's crazy that he got an Affleck commercial.
But yeah, I saw that boy in one of those backup QB commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh boy,
it's lit. It's lit. All right. You know, so we got some good football. So we're gonna talk a lot of football. This is a football heavy episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna break down a little bit, not too much. It's not really a recap. If you want to catch our recap, catch us Thursdays, 9:40 p.m. Thursday or Friday, depending on which day. We'll let you know. Subscribe, get notifications. You know, catch me this week during our live on IDK Sports Live, and we'll recap. This is gonna be a real football heavy episode. We're gonna talk a little bit of stuff about fantasy football for all my fantasy football lovers out there. Hey, it's time. All my betting lovers, we're gonna get a little bit of sports betting, breakout seasons, who our MVP might be. You know, we're gonna break down a little bit of college stuff. I got little things I want to say more just like on some deeper thing, not really a recap. But the first question, Kenny, I got for you: who is Big Dom and what does he do?
Hey, bro. Big Dom is the equalizer. His job is to do what needs to get done. You know what I'm saying? Bro just pop up. He just spawns in places. We could be on the sideline. I saw that bro. I saw bro like he was sideline. I think it was like the Penn State game. Just showed up.
For what? What does he do?
Again, you know why he's there. Even when you don't know why he's there, you know why he's there.
But I had to say that because nobody in Philadelphia talks about what they mean.
Exactly, but we know he got a job.
He be on the sideline too. That's my thing. He be like right there. He call plays. No headset.
Everybody, bro. You don't know what he do, but you know exactly what he do. It's like, hey, I need to call Big Dom. This sounds like a job for Big Dom.
Hey, so we're not getting into it first. Let's talk about this a little bit of college football. Like I said, we'll recap. A couple things that I saw that I did not like. We're gonna talk about quarterbacks.
Okay.
I don't like that people are kicking in Arch Bannon back. And it's funny. This is what's funny about it, right? This is the funny part about it, right? The same people that are kicking in Arch Manning's back, how y'all gonna be the same people that was lifting him up and called me and everybody that said, let's wait and see stupid and we don't know football? That's my thing.
Off in the ball.
Like, how you lift this dude? How y'all put a guy like it's your fault? It's y'all analysts. Like Mel Kiper said, y'all know how to evaluate quarterbacks.
Bro, they told us before, like after 2 starts, he was gonna be #1 overall. They told us that.
Exactly. 2 starts against Louisiana Monroe and Louisiana Tech.
They say, hey, he's gonna be the best quarterback that we've seen, generational talent, all
this stuff.
All
off the last name.
It pays.
And y'all kicked this back in. Y'all kicking this back in after y'all hyped him. And people like me and you said, hey, let's just see it first.
Yeah.
Let's just see it first. Now, a person that lived up to stuff that I liked was my man Lenore.
Yeah. I know, boy. I I was,
his arm was like that.
I was that
pass him, but
not past Nick Harbor. I was like, oh,
another dog too.
Yeah,
that's a low key pro prospect,
bro. 6'5"
and when he a track star, different,
bro. But Sellers look good this week.
Defense for South Carolina look good. Watch out for South Carolina.
And we talked about it in our live, like, they lost a lot of NFL talent, seniors. They lost, what I'm saying, just because they lost so much, but
they got right back
to it.
Yeah,
got a couple edge rushers that I was like, hey, bro, hold on, hold on now. Hey, we got something cooking here, you know what I'm saying? South Carolina. So and the fact that Shane Beamer came back, got that link back with his dad, I respect it.
Yeah, man.
I respect it.
But then, okay, so then the other thing is, right, everybody got this hate for Arch, but I don't hear nobody. The K Klubnik critics are real quiet, and he played bad.
In what aspect?
He played horrible.
I'm only taking a step.
Okay. No, he played horrible, right? K played horrible, and I expect him to play better. And then say, okay, Arch played horrible. Yeah, Arch's first game against Ohio State, defending that championship in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
K, 3-year starter, played horrible at home.
I'm gonna give you some more. I'm gonna give you some pushback though. Now that I'm being serious now, they was without Antonio Williams. That is number one. They was without him. So you got to give him some.
But they like Nessmeyer blew the world apart, and that's nothing. Everybody hyping up Nessmeyer like he played great. I don't even think Brian Kelly likes him.
Yeah, but that ain't his call no more.
But you can see that, like, he beat him like one throw he threw to out route with 3 Clemson guys there. Like, his receivers made him look good in that game. All his ball placement, I said, some of them catches was just really nice.
And another thing is, like, bro, we can't, with Arch, Nussmeier, and Klubnik, bro, we gotta give even Sellers to a certain point, because that score didn't become that way till about the fourth quarter.
Everybody had to get in motion,
get into rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Defenses were looking stout. Looking stout this early week one. I'm like, okay, bro, this is. Some people don't love it because we still looking for those 50-point, 60-point scores out the gate, bro. We actually got to see quality competition. You know what I'm saying? See some QB struggles. Check back in with me, week 5, week 4, see if some of that rust don't wear off.
Exactly. My biggest thing though was like the same people that was hyping up Arch now want to kick it back. And let me say this. IDK Sports and said it here. I still think Arch Manning is up there as one of the best quarterbacks that if he comes out would be the best quarterback in this draft. Not taking that away from him at all. I think Arch is really nice.
Yeah.
I think he's young. His first season, going to be fine. Texas is going to be fine. They're going to be fine. And if he was that great, right? If he was like the Deshaun Watson type, that great already, then Quinn Ewers when he came back last year to play.
And I also see why his grandfather Arch also said, like, don't even look for him to come out this year in the draft. Give him 2 full years as a starter.
I think Arch might be maybe at least 2 years because grandfather said I wouldn't be surprised if Arch stayed 3 years.
And that's fine, bro. If you starting to look at like the trend of where the NFL is heading, they're actually looking for quarterbacks with a lot of experience. At least
and good.
You know what I'm saying? So
you can get Tyler Show too.
So even in the case of like a cat like Bo Nix or Joe was in school for a little while, or other QBs that come in with like a lot of playing experience.
Yeah,
that kind of helps curve some of that learning curve when they come into the pros.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Michael Penix is another one that played a lot of ball in college. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, so let's give our rather see with like ample college experience as opposed to like, we're just gonna throw them to the wolves week 1.
Exactly. So let's get into, speaking of quarterbacks, let's get into our first real topic for quarterbacks. Just had to make sure it was good there. I think like going into the season, like some people are starting to have a conversation that I tried to have in the last year, but got my back kicked in, that Patrick Mahomes might be the most successful quarterback in the league, but he's not the best
quarterback.
That conversation has started to progress.
It's
and I got my back kicked in. Didn't I?
I said about to say people love the stat. The stat warrior is going to hate you.
Yeah, but I said it in the last year. I said I do not think Patrick Mahomes is the most successful. You can't take that away from him. But the best quarterback in the league, no. I personally really think it's 1A, 1B. If you want to say Lamar, Joe Burrow for me. Because if Lamar, I say Lamar because Lamar got that other. Now that he showed that he can throw for 4,000 plus yards, barely throw any interceptions, and he still got that dynamicness to run.
Yeah,
I think it that gives him the edge a little bit for me. But the way Joe just takes apart people, I can't take it away. So I can see both.
Tactician. Joe's the tactician, bro. But just going real quick back to Patty is like, here's the narrative that's always going to be competing for cats like Joe and Lamar, and like, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in this conversation, Pat and Josh and Jalen, because they win. I'm gonna move Josh over here with them too. Is that there may be the better quarterbacks over here with Lamar and Joe, but do they win? And that's where quarterbacks like Pat and Jalen re-enter the conversation because they do win. They play winning football. They're not killing the stat sheet with 300, 400-yard passing games, but yet they win and they're in the big dance, or they're playing meaningful football come postseason. Mm-hmm. But you don't always get that same performance or that, lighten up the field every week that you'll get with Joe and Lamar. You're going to get a show, guaranteed. Yeah. You're going to see quarterback play at its finest. I'm throwing Matt Stafford in there too, just from my list. Like, you're going to see quarterback at its best when you're seeing them play. So it's kind of like, nah, you can't say that Patty ain't the best because you will get a wild throw. You will get the no look, or you will get the unorthodox double
Pat
pass.
Was the best. It's not saying like Pat was never the Pat was the man for a long time. Like, I would say he was the best quarterback in the league. Probably like the past for last season. Probably you can make an argument best quarterback in the league. Right now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I got him fourth.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. You probably about to say it. So do you think Pat is on like a decline right now? Like, do you say this is
I think the other guys just got better.
The league caught up to him.
I think the other guys just got better. You can't look at Joe and say
that has nothing to do with Patty. That's just Joe being better.
Joe, and then what Lamar did. Like, Lamar is like a dynamic all-around football player.
Lamar just being better.
Just being better, right? So he can run and pass. And I think Josh Allen, I got Josh ahead of him right now. And the only reason why I say that is that team that he took to the playoffs was not supposed to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he showed that, like, he can be the guy.
Yeah.
Even with a good defense, he can be the guy. Like Josh Allen, I think I got Lamar. For me personally, I got Lamar, Joe, Josh, Pat. Okay. And then I got Matthew.
Yeah, we got a few of them flipped, but other than that, it's about the same.
Yeah. So I that's one thing that I saw a lot happening that I like going into the season, that, even though I got my back kicked in early, people are really starting to say, like, hey, Pat is the most successful quarterback active, but he's not the best.
Yeah, but you win football games, though. That's why, and I don't care how much they try to put out in like the social sphere about passing yards and passing touchdowns and QBR ratings. Winning is a quarterback stat.
It is, but it takes a lot to win. I mean, it takes a team to win Super Bowls. Like, all these guys win at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
and that's just not with Super Bowls too. I'm talking about division winners.
That's what I'm saying. So, like people say that about Pat and Jalen, like other jokers don't win at a high level. Like, like Lamar don't win at a high level. Like Joe, if the defense was better, they would have won at a high level. Josh win at a high level.
Yeah.
So then you say Super Bowls. But I don't go. I think when you get to the playoffs, the Super Bowl, it takes a team thing. You got to be healthy. There's a lot of things to go with that. Yeah. But like, as far as like stat wise and what you see, I think Joe is playing out of his mind. Lamar is playing out of his mind. And then it's kind of like Pat is in that part where like Tom Brady was. Tom Brady was winning the Super Bowls, but he wasn't the best, most talented quarterback in the league towards the later half of his career, right?
Okay.
He had not now. During the 1 year when he had Randy and them other years, he was the best quarterback in the league. Right. Him and Peyton was 1A, 1B. But then when Aaron entered the chat, Aaron was the best talented, most talented quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
But Tom still found ways to win. So that means a lot too.
And that'd be my main argument with Jalen. We're gonna stick with Patty here. So do you think it's more of a supporting cast thing?
I think Pat came into a system where you got an Andy Reid, a Hall of Fame coach.
Steve Spags.
You had Tyreek Hill, and you follow that up with a good tight end, a run game. Andy Reid calling them plays means a lot.
Helps.
And I think the first couple of years, they hit on a lot of good draft picks. So that's what I say. I think Joe didn't show it. Joe showed it with a bad offensive line. He got them to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And if he had a defense, I think if the Ravens really invested in getting real receivers, I think Lamar would have had a Super Bowl.
And that's kind of why I asked the question, because I want to explore the conversation of what if everybody had making the playing field even where everybody has a strong supporting cast. Because if you really look across the board, whether it's everybody in our top five, Joe, Lamar, Josh, Patty, and Matt, as far as their receiver combination and adding the running back too, they're almost about even. Only people that's low on that list is probably Josh and Lamar.
Yeah. Josh had Stephon Diggs in the year.
Yeah.
Lamar's really never had a number one guy. He had tight ends and he can run the ball. Put it like this, and I don't like to do this, but I think even though y'all was dominant with Jalen and that team, you had Lamar to that team, and I think y'all still blow people out even worse than y'all did. I think Joker's don't even play in the fourth quarter. Because how do you stop it?
But also, to that point, I'm only here for pushback, right?
Yeah, because I think you put Jalen, and it's not saying a knock on Jalen, this is what I've seen. Not saying that Jalen can't do. I'm not saying they wouldn't win, but you put Jalen on the Ravens, I don't think they make it.
Yeah, but see, this is where I got to get some pushback, because I don't know if we see the same Lamar in Philly that we see in Baltimore. Just like I don't think you see the same Jalen in Philly that you see in Baltimore. Because the reason why I think that's attributed to Lamar's success is because Lamar does have to play Superman ball. If you take Jalen in Philly, there's way too many weapons at his disposal to where he doesn't have to play Super Bowl, like we saw with the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
And the Saquon, he can rip off a 60. But Lamar has to play
Super Bowl.
He has to play Superman ball.
About how many yards he threw to and who was he throwing to. Think about it.
They're pros too.
I understand that, but he got tight ends. He got Mark, and they're really good. And Zay is a good slot.
Right. But he's no
outside guy. Maybe if he had the speed, Lamar can extend the play in the speed of Devontae or AJ and stuff like that. It's some things I just say Lamar, because he's passing all these yards to Lively, Mark Andrews, Zay, Rashad Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
Zay is good. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Zay. Zay would be even better though if he had a number one.
Somebody did.
Because in the playoffs, the thing that messed up was Lamar was holding the ball. They double team Zay, and there's nobody else that can get open.
Yeah. But it's the same thing with Josh, right? He got Knox, Kincaid, Shakur.
I even think if Lamar had the Bills guys, I think.
But they
get crazy.
But that's where I think the field goal posts keep getting moved, right? It's he doesn't have all that and he's still successful. Well, he has all this, whether it's Patty and Jalen, where they have a strong support cast and they win. Yeah. So where do you draw the line in the sand as far as this is a really
Lamar
good quarterback?
Take Lamar off of it. If Joe had y'all defense with that offense they had last year, Joe Burrow won the Super Bowl?
I believe so. They had that defense and offensive line?
The Joe Burrow and them had not even offensive line. If Joe Burrow just had half of the defense that the Eagles had last year, this is half as good of a defense with that offense that they have now with Jamar and all that.
Yeah.
Do they make it to the Super Bowl?
Do they make it to the playoffs? Yes.
I think they got a good chance to win the
Super Bowl.
Man threw for 5,000 yards and he ain't had no good offensive line.
I get that part.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
He couldn't stop nobody from scoring. but that's my point with Lamar, right?
And that's why I say that Joe and Lamar on a different level. I think you replace them with jokers that might have even like a Bills that got a Sean McDermott defense.
Yeah.
You put Joe with the Bills, I think Joe goes off. I think the Bills might be Super Bowl champions. You know what I'm saying? I think you put Joe on any team. I think you put Lamar on any team. I think Patty can make. I haven't seen Patty with nobody but full support staff and Andy Reid.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And it's not a knock against Jalen. Because hey, build your team. Build the team for what your success is. And he has a big physical receiver and a speed receiver and a good running back. Yeah, and nobody likes. But I ain't gonna start that narrative.
But to my point, why I still have Jalen sitting on like the outside of that top 5, where there's like 6 or 7, is because Matt Stafford is their true equalizer for everyone in that top 5.
Yeah,
he been on teams where defense wasn't that good, but they rebuilt it, and that's starting to see him progress a little bit further. He had an offensive line. He had he had Puka and Cooper, where he had a supporting cast. Kyron Williams is taking a step every year in the league. It's like everything is just starting to come together, and it's like, but either throughout the ups and downs, the 7 or the 9-7 teams, the wayward division games they had, is like, all right, in all that, Matt Stafford's been consistent. He's been a quality quarterback, above quality quarterback there. So that's why I'm always going to keep him in my top 5. But as far as the rest of the group, we like to play mix and match. If somebody was here, if this situation was different, I think Matt still stays steady in that group. While I can also make an argument where I could probably put him even further up in that top 5 list. But nonetheless, it's just like I think that's an important cast topic, and the investment that organization's putting into each of these QBs, bro, it changes too much of why this person should be here, why Joe and Lamar is different, and why they are starting to be. I think both our eyes are like leagues and starting to become leagues in front of the rest of the 3 in that top 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a little quick thing. I like that conversation is moving forward. Getting into football, let's talk about some expectations. Like, who has the most expectations on their shoulders to like really make it happen this year? And let's just start there. Like, what team you think has the most, like the highest expectations? Like, hey, yo, we need to get it right this year.
Got to get it right this year. Man,
I don't say got it because the NFL is a little different, but like, we need to be successful. This is our year to be successful.
I kind of want to say the Bills.
I was thinking the Bills.
I kind of want to say the Bills. Just because James Cook is locked up for a few more years, got him re-signed. Added some more wide receivers there. Keon Coleman is going into year 2.
So they look better.
You know what I'm saying? They're saying he looked better. It's like, all right, bro, is this the last year? And they stayed him for years. I forgot the name of the stadium, but it's their last one there. I think.
Are they building a new stadium?
Yeah, it's the last one there, last season there. So it's like, bro, we got to finally cross that. We got to cross that line, bro. We got to get to the other side of that fence, man. Because you don't want to be remembered as the guy that just can't beat that.
Yeah, I think a team that has some expectation this year to kind of make it out the first round and do something. I think the Texans.
They have gotten out of the first round.
Yeah, but I think last year, I think people felt like it was a step backwards. The CJ Stroud, I don't think he had a good year. I know Joe Mixon is hurt. Don't know when he's going to be able to play. I know he's out the first 4 games because he's still on the inactive list. But I think the Texans is like, okay, let's see if these young guys are going to take the next step. Year 3 for CJ Stroud. Nico Collins is coming into his own.
The Dogs, they picked the 2 rookie wide receivers they picked up in the draft.
Yeah, you got, I think the defense came on last year.
Yeah. The secondary is locked solid.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the young guys, you got Stingley out there. You got a lot of young guys
Lassiter,
that you put a lot of draft capital into. So now it's time to say, hey, like, can we win a division? Winning the division should be easy.
Cakewalk.
I don't think that division is really that tough to win. But can we get out the first round? Maybe make it to the AFC Championship game. Like get into that discussion where it's just not like Bills, Ravens, Chiefs. Like, oh no, we're here too.
But that's a part of like the additions they made too, right? So it's like, I don't think the Texans took the approach of we gotta build for our division. I think that's been locked solid since since they knew they had something in CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Now we're building our team to take on, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, what I'm saying? So, because that's the new benchmark. Can we get one of them out of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Instead of just being there like the next stepping stone to the AFC Championship game. We don't want to just be somebody that's close to the dance that doesn't get in.
Yeah.
That's the step they got to take, right? So it's the addition of CJ Gardner-Johnson for that extra grit, the extra toughness in the back.
He hurt himself though?
Did he?
Did he?
Right. Well, if he's hurt, is he out for the season?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm saying this with the idea that he's not out for the season.
Yeah.
Right. So you ask for that extra grit, that extra toughness that that makes those stand up, third and 1, 4th and 1 plays. You add some more of the receivers that, even in the place of Tank Dell being out for the season, that you still got, something to fight with when it comes time for CJ to make a play. It's starting to build your team to be tough. Like I said, their secondary is some of the best, and it's probably the best on paper between Stingley, Lassiter, what's my boy out of the safety out of USC? I forgot his name, but between their 4 or 5 DB, they can go nickel easy and be comfortable.
And there ain't time for like, don't let me forget. Who came out with CJ Stroud's court QB class?
CJ.
Who was the number 1 pick?
Because there was a quarterback drafted right after him too.
Because CJ was number 2, right?
Or would they CJ go first?
Let me see.
Was it? No, it wasn't Caleb's class.
No, Caleb was after that.
Oh my God, I'm blanking right now.
Let's see, QB draft class.
CJ.
He went second to the Houston overall pick.
I'm blanking so hard.
Bryce Young was the number 1 pick, and it was him.
Yeah, it was.
So now, like with CJ, it's kind of like if I'm the Texans GM, I want to I need you to show why you the best quarterback out that class. Like, I think that you are. I think it's time to stand up and show it now. Like, be that guy. Like last year, I said you played decent, but it seemed like you took a little small step back. You got a dynamic receiver who I think could be arguably top.
He's top 3.
Yeah, top 3 receiver in the league when healthy, like unstoppable. Then you got to have a good defense. I like what Will Anderson is doing on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to quarterback. Let's ramp it up. You should see more things. You should be able to open the playbook a little bit more. I think they should be in the conversation of like AFC champions, like getting into the AFC championship game. Like it shouldn't just be foregone conclusion Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Bengals if they're healthy. I mean, their defense look better. Nah, Houston should be in that conversation too.
That's the point, though, right? Like it's almost getting to the point where it's like a 4 or 5 horseman race for that AFC crown.
And
bro.
they got something to say.
They should be in that conversation of, again, building for that next tier of competition. That's where they should be at this year. This is the year to prove it. So I definitely second your point. Like it's the time for them to take that leap.
Yeah. Surprising teams. Let me go to that. Surprising teams. Not going to take yours. I think I know who you're going to say. I'm going to go in the same division, though. I think the Falcons could surprise some people. I think if they can find some pass rush, I think Michael Penix is a really good quarterback. And not like really good in contrast, like to like this being his first full year as a starter. I think he's serviceable enough. I got Bijan, they got Drake London, they got Kyle Pitts that finally started to show some stuff. I think they can get a pass rush with that defense. I think that secondary is better than people give them credit for. I think they can get to the quarterback last year. And them guys can't cover for forever because they got that one guy from Clemson that's pretty good. I can see them challenging the Buccaneers for this division win and maybe getting the playoff and maybe being in the playoffs. And maybe like I can see them making a jump to maybe double-digit wins this year.
Ooh.
I can see them winning 11.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's knocking out my team too, because if that's the case, they swept the Saints and the Panthers.
Well, definitely gonna sweep the Saints.
Yeah. Right.
Them boys are trash.
And they swept the Panthers too, which is which is my pick, but sticking with the Falcons for a second, right? I think it's I would like to see what a full offseason between Drake London and Michael Penix look like. What that chemistry has developed into.
I think that offensive line can just it's a contract year for Bijan. Him and Jahmyr Gibbs up for contract.
Same year, you're right.
Another team that still think got Super Bowl aspirations, but that's it over there.
I'm gonna say that one.
But if they can just I like they 1-2 punch with Bijan and what's my other
Tyler
Algier. I like their receiver crew.
Yeah.
I like if Kyle Pitts can take that next step and be that guy they thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Penix can just, be a good second-year quarterback. You don't make mistakes, be a good second-year quarterback. And these young pass rushers can get something. Oh, man, they knocked him out. Broke something. If these pass rushers can just get some pressure on the quarterback, I think you're going to see that secondary is not as bad as people think they are.
And they're not, bro. They're not, bro.
It's got to cover for forever.
Thank you. And it's because to be fair, between AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates, again, we talking about some would say between the top 5, top 6 in both their positions, CB and safety. Now I think you got Xavier Watts stepping in as a rookie for that other safety role, but quiet as kept, Mike Hughes is not a bad CB2 in any shape or form.
Yeah,
Mike Hughes is a damn good CB2. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you can't cover forever. That's just not how football is played, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they got the defense to do it. Again, adding some press rushers and even kind of they caught 2 this last draft cycle, right?
Yeah, they caught 2.
So, bro, that's the point. That's knowing where your inefficiency or your deficiency are at and addressing it. And I can only applaud them. Now, what that cost them in the long run, we'll wait and see. But for right now, that was a good move.
Yeah. So who's your surprise?
So I'm gonna go stick in the same division. I got the Panthers.
Okay.
I got the Panthers. So this is what this with saying that, hey, we're not, my goal for them is that they're not picking in the top 10. I'm doing this kind of minute step forward.
Okay.
Now, do I think they're tough enough to beat the Bucks or sweep the Bucks? I don't think they're there yet.
Okay.
I don't think, but I think Bryce is good enough to actually no, I'm gonna stand 10 toes on it. I think if Bryce takes the step that I know he can, bro, and how he was kind of building that momentum at the end of last year, they can compete for winning the South. Now, bro, it's that I understand the high hopes and expectations we have for Michael Penix. Baker already solidified. He's a top 10 QB in my book at this very moment. But at this moment, bro, I think Bryce, those games between the Eagles and the Chiefs of last year, those games stood out. And all we did since then is, we had Leggett, we had McMillan.
I'll give you McMillan. I think Leggett might be on his way.
You know what I'm saying? But
I think his celebrity is bigger than what he does.
Yeah, I might be there with you too, bro. I don't know if he loves the game as much as they're saying, but I do. But quite as kept, even outside of the receivers, Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, good running back.
You know what I'm saying? He's starting to get some acknowledgement too about the work he's doing. Pretty much kept Miles Sanders on the bench his entire team the whole time, his entire tenure down there. Yeah. So, but and then if I go across, the line of scrimmage, I go to defense, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'd appreciate them locking up JC for years. You know what I'm saying? You get Derek Brown, you got one of the low-key pickups this offseason, and Trevon Moehrig kind of playing that box safety role. They kind of changed that dynamic. They can do a few more things on defense, bro. I definitely expect them to be a tougher defense this year. So this hinges on the quarterback position, which every team does, though, right? But I definitely think if Bryce takes a step forward, bro, we can see a different Panthers team. The way that roster is constructed, I just see like how the wheels are turning in that front office. This can really be something. It can really be something if everything falls into place like they kind of have it panned out. I truly believe that, bro. Like again, Baker and the Bucks might still be too tough to to completely get them all the way out the way, but very much so they're on the right course. So a 9-7 season
They beat the brakes on Killer.
is a success. I know. I know. It's almost looking laughable at this point. They might get out of here at like what 45, 50 points at this point. Yeah. But
yeah, I can see the Panthers ascending. Like if you're saying like getting the 8 wins,
not 8. I'm telling you, 9-7 wins, bro. We straight.
I see that.
We on the right path. We get 9-7.
I can rock. Let's go into before we get into let's get into before we get individual stuff. Super Bowl players, Super Bowl
aspirations
teams. There's like teams that you can see. Let's see what the Super Bowl odds are. Super Bowl. Like what teams that we think could be in the Super Bowl? I think the highest odds are the Ravens, Bills, and Eagles are all tied for the highest odds.
Ravens, Bills, Eagles.
And then it's the Chiefs. Then it's the Lions. Then it's Commanders. And this is from USA Today, so don't
take it for and we can get this directly from FanDuel or from MGM.
I would say I'm gonna tell you who I think could be in Super Bowl. I do like the Lions, even though they lost their coordinators. I still just believe in Campbell. I think we'll know early what type of team they are, like the play calling, what's going on. But I still think they get Aiden back. They get some people. That defense gets a little bit more healthy. If they can just stay healthy, I think the Lions still, they won 14 games last year. 15 games.
Not about Luke.
Still got Jameis Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, St. Brown, Sam Laporta. Good offensive line, great offensive line, actually, really good offensive line. I like the Lions in the NFC Championship game, and I'm gonna say I like the Packers.
That's my pick.
I think it could be like an NFC North Championship game if they meet they different seeds. I think with adding Micah with that defensive line with Gary and what's the other guy name?
Devontae
Wyatt,
Luke Van Ness.
That's a crazy defensive line. Added on, if these boys take the leap, if this receiving core takes the leap that I think they could take, you're talking about probably one of the best receiving cores in the league with Jordan Love. These boys are trash.
Yeah.
With Jordan Love, I can see an NFC North NFC Championship game. I can see the Lions winning the division, and maybe the
like that first round bye.
Yeah, and then probably like the second team. Maybe the first and second seed, and then I got the Packers getting in there. I can see Packers or Lions in the NFC Championship game. Team I don't see y'all making it. I think I see y'all maybe divisional round knockout, maybe first round knockout. I don't know. I got some them last minute trades that y'all were doing.
Screams panic.
Screams no depth.
I think it was a panic move. I think it was like because coming off of a long season, right? I had a deep run court as we know, bro, going into the Super Bowl, bro. That's a lot of football, and to turn around within I ain't no math major, but turn around within like 5-6 months, having to gear up and get ready to do it again, bro. It takes a toll on your body. We're not counting on Saquon to run 2,000 again, back to back. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say that we needed all 2,000 to be as successful as we were? But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I think those last minute trades, and of course, you're not returning some of those key players that we had, whether it's Sweat, Milton Williams, Darius Slay. You're going to see a different defense.
CJ Gardner Johnson.
Thank you. But there's like already we just named 4 starters that are we trying to replace and think that nothing's going to change. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. So yeah, you probably will see a drop off in the Eagles this year.
Yeah. AFC. I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be Josh and Joe, and they're gonna be 1 and 2. And I think one of them is gonna end up beating Patty. I don't know which one. But I think it's gonna be 1 versus 2 in the AFC Championship game, and they'll make their first Super Bowl appearance. Them two. I think Derrick Henry's still there. I think adding what's my man name to the Ravens secondary that was played with the Packers? Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
Adding him with
Malachi Starks they picked up
from
Georgia.
You still got Kyle.
Yep.
So now I think with Jair on the outside, I think Kyle can now play more freely.
Yeah.
Than he did last year.
Boy, these boys trash. It's not good. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. When I say 50 points,
North Carolina, it's only 6-win third quarter. It's 40-7.
Yeah,
it's in Chapel Hill too. That's bad. But I think you'll see Kyle play a little bit more freer, and that defensive coordinator, as that defensive coordinator they had as the year went on, he kind of figured out what them guys can do good, and that defense started looking a lot better.
Yeah.
I will say this. I think hopefully if they find a receiver that can really, I think Rashad Bateman ain't even there no more, is he?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there. He maybe he's taking another leap.
Yeah.
Zay is gonna be Zay.
Derek likely takes a step forward, probably more prominent than Mark Andrews was.
Yeah. So I just think that, and I think the Bills, like you said, it's time. Like they got a good defense. They're walking out of Chapel Hill right now.
Here.
We recording this on Monday, and they're looking at the TCU Carolina game. Ain't good for Bill Belichick right now. Man. Ain't good. But back to NFL. I do think that I can see them being the AFC Championship game, and I can't say Joe because I don't think defense is good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills. Ravens.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so I'm gonna go with AFC, then back to NFC. So I got the Ravens there as well. I'm gonna say Joe does make it. But here's my thing, though. Here's my thing: is that their pass rush with Trey Henderson, he got a running mate now with Shamar Stewart. Surprisingly enough, I do think he makes a difference.
Who, Shamar?
Yes, I does think it helps to have a Robin to your Batman.
Pass rush wasn't the problem. It's secondary.
And the linebacker. But can we also say the pass rush does help the secondary as well?
Told to.
But in the utopian view,
it's supposed to.
Yeah, but I think with no, you don't care, but it's like Cam Taylor-Britt, Daxton's still there. I think he's like once like year 3, I want to say, as safety. Bro, it's a matter of, bro, can we just be good in one aspect of defense? And I think being good in one aspect of defense is that pass rush. I will say that I think Trey Henderson matching up with a rookie that kind of like, the combo with that does make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the matchups go how I'm thinking, Ravens and Ravens Chiefs, Ravens Bills, probably like Bengals Texans. That's how I kind of have the matchups going in my head right now, going into that championship game. I think the Ravens, for all the reasons you just mentioned, are going to make it to the AFC Championship and then later, of course, heading into the Super Bowl. But by all means, I think Joe is just all ultimate killer. That's all the last season approached me. He's just an ultimate killer, bro. He's just going to shut down the show. I don't care what the hell y'all do. I know I'm going to go. If I'm going on that field, I'm going on there to score.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's on my mind is to go on there to score.
Yeah.
So, bro, I think he's just the ultimate close the show, closing pitcher. Joe going out there to put his final mark on it. That's it. Don't leave him no time on the clock. I think that's what Joe's gonna prove this year. Don't leave no time for me on the clock. That's what I'm gonna do is score. So, but other than that, I think the Ravens do, late turnover, they end up squeezing into the Super Bowl. Going back to the NFC, it's where I shock. It's where I got some shock here. Would you believe the Rams got better? If I told you the Rams got better, would you believe it?
Yeah, they got Devontae.
Okay.
Yeah, they got better.
Okay. So with my pick, I'm going with the Rams. And the reason not only because of Devontae.
Back issue, though. Matthew.
Nasty. It's nasty.
You don't know if he's going to be healthy.
Right. All I need to do is just let me just get a wild card pick. I ain't saying because I know they're gonna take some lumps early in the season because I don't know what type of Matt Stafford we're gonna get.
Yeah.
But if it's just like hey, we still need some more time.
Yeah.
Like come bye week or mid-season, we still need some more time, and we're able to get like maybe 4 wins in that time period.
Yeah.
But by the time week 8 or week 9 come around, I say 5 wins. Yeah, that's enough. Let Matt take over from there. Because the team they got, not even just mention Devontae and Puka, but some of their that depth they got in that wide receiver room is enough, definitely to win. Kyron Williams again is starting to be mentioned with the big dogs a little bit. I like that rookie tight end they just got out of Oregon. He's gonna be a little bit of a surprise here lately. Another fantasy target when we get into that conversation. But again, defense, Jared Verse, bro, he's gonna be mentioned as a defensive player of the year this year.
Okay.
So I got the Rams playing. I want to put my Eagles there, but bro, I don't know, bro. There's gonna be some lag from it. Jesus.
That jumping nasty.
Yeah, it look crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Eagles there, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Eagles, bro.
Way to be non-biased.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Eagles there, bro. Like, I do think it's entirely too much on offense, bro. If I'm gonna give Joe all that credit, I gotta give Jalen some of that credit too. That should be a flag. If Jalen again, it's proof that he just wins, bro. If you don't want to commend him in any aspect of his game, you don't like that. He don't shake the stat sheet every week. That's fine, but he wins. So I'm gonna still put the Eagles there, just off the back that, bro. He's a winner. They kind of got their winning recipe there in Philly already. Can't knock that because in 2023 and 2025, those are the Super Bowl bits on the Nick Sirianni. They got a winning recipe, whether you like it or not. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Eagles back in that big dance. That's not to say they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Like I said, I can see the Eagles getting there, but
divisional round and out of there.
I don't even see the Eagles winning their division.
Nah, that's too much. Nah, you tripping now.
I think the Commanders win this division.
How?
I think they split with y'all and sweep everybody else, and I think y'all.
And we did not. Then we dropped to who?
Drop a game to like the Giants.
The Giants can be okay. If you talking
about, I'm saying I think they split with y'all, and y'all mess around and like this first game. We're gonna talk about a little bit, but I get you an NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? That I don't want to say Super Bowl because whoever win them games, of course, they'll be in the Super Bowl. But that's who I got.
Yeah.
So let's get into before we get into the actual games. Breakout seasons, maybe MVP defensive player. You said yours, Jared Verse. I'm gonna go. My MVP this year, Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love takes a step.
Ooh.
I think Jordan Love takes a step and gets MVP votes. I still think Lamar's gonna be in a situation in the conversation.
Yeah.
Joe's gonna be in the conversation to get his first one. But I think a sneaky gets up in there, like start looking into the year, be like, dang, his stats look pretty good. Look team winning and everything like that. I'm gonna go. Jordan Love is a sneaky dark horse MVP candidate, and possibly maybe MVP winner.
Sheesh. I would. I wasn't thinking about Jordan Love in the conversation. That's a whole new person that entered in the chat. I would. I'm gonna stick with Jared Verse in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. But I'm also going to add for my MVP. I'm going to let me shake the table a little bit. I'm gonna shake the table a little bit. I kind of want to mention Baker a little bit.
You said my Jordan Love was
but if we just shaking the table, I want to go Jared Goff. That sounds more reasonable. All right, let me not be too controversial. I go Jared Goff, bro. Let me go Jared Goff.
I see that.
Go Jared Goff.
And the winning of the team.
Yeah. Again, they loaded from top to bottom on offense, bro.
Yeah.
The way I think they're gonna deploy Jahmyr Gibbs, who I also have having like a Saquon type season, probably gonna be offensive player of the year by when it's all said and done. Going into his contract year, I'm gonna say Jared Goff at MVP, and let me go Jahmyr Gibbs, offensive player of the year.
I like those two. So
it's going to go hand in hand, and you can probably damn near say Jahmyr can probably walk away.
I kind of got Nico at offensive player of the year
because
I think he's about to have a crazy season this year. I think he's going to lead the league in touchdowns and receiving yards, maybe not receptions. I think he's a
triple crown winner.
Nah, he's a big play receiver. So like he can have like even them 200-yard games he had, it was off of like 10 receptions. It wasn't like he had like 15 something crazy receptions.
Yeah.
I think he's a big play threat. I think Nico is offensive player of the year. And proves why we had a conversation. Well, he might be one of the best receivers in the up there as the best receiver in the league.
Bro, as we say, I got him number 3. That's only behind, who number 2 is, or the first 2 is.
Yeah.
Jamar and Jay Jettis, but he is there. He is in the conversation.
Definitely. All right, let's get into these games. It's coming up.
Okay.
All right. So Thursday night, you got the Eagles and
Cowboys, bro.
Cowboys. I think, of course, I don't never like to say blowouts first week because first week, God knocked the rust off. I think see a lot of dose of Saquon running the ball, some big plays. AJ, really interested to see what the secondary looks like with what's my man name? They got Bland. They re-signed Bland for the Cowboys, and then see what Tavon Diggs look like on the injury. He hurt again?
He's hurt, yeah.
So he's not playing?
There's a chance he might not be back to like week 4.
Thought he was coming back. Both secondaries then. Y'all secondary and the Cowboys secondary. See what that looks like. I still think out the Super Bowl highs in Philly.
Yeah, in Philly. We dropping the banners on them boys.
It's in Philly. Divisional game. I think y'all get this game. I think it's ugly at first, but then everybody kind of settled down. I'm gonna say 31-14, maybe 34-21, something like that.
Okay.
I got y'all winning that
game. Yeah. I got it even a little bit muddier than that. So I got it probably let's say 27-20. Something like that. I got us kind of closing the show in a long drive to where like we just keep getting first downs and it's closing out the show to where like we make that last third down conversion past the 2-minute mark and we just kneeling the ball and getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? But Eagles taking game 1, open up the season. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, I like that. The Friday game,
Chiefs
Chargers in Brazil. Kind of hard to predict these international games because it's usually all about who adjusts the best. This is a tough one for me because like early in the year when you're knocking the rust off, like sometimes you want to be able to run the ball. And I think the Chargers can really run the ball. I think you got a stable of running backs with Najee, and then you got the young boy, good offensive line. Joe Alt is a beast, even though the other tackle is out for the season. So hopefully they can replace that with somebody. Justin Herbert, another guy that got a shit to get off the pot.
Telling you.
The Chiefs, like I said, still got Xavier Worthy. Travis Kelce kind of slowed down a little bit, but their defense is still very good. Chandler Jones, good linebackers. They didn't get a contract done with Duffy, but he's still there. I'm gonna think this one is a little bit nastier. Gritty win. I think the Chiefs win this 28-24. Close game. The Chiefs find a way to make a couple plays. But I do think you do see a lot of Marion Hampton in this game.
Yeah.
And I think he gets a tub, maybe 75 in a tub. I think Justin Herbert plays okay. Maybe them it's the turnovers. But I think you just get them plays. You just get them plays that the Chiefs are just known for making the right play at the right time.
Yeah.
And like I said, 28-24. That's what I got for this game.
Yeah. In a case like this, bro, I just trust experience. Yeah. Something like this, I just trust experience, bro. So, experience being on the Chiefs side, I think is going to get probably ugly the first half, probably be low scoring, probably like 13-10, 13, 13-6, something like that. But come second half, Chiefs going to start just dog walking.
Oh, you got a blowout.
So, probably when it's all said and done, probably end up being 31-13.
Ooh.
I just got experience being the true, especially on the road. On the road, on a flight going to Brazil. I just think when it's all said and done, bro, I'm gonna just trust experience. Hey, we've done this before. We know how to play in big games. Culture is still the culture. Most things are still in place. I don't have Harbaugh coming out there shocking the world like that, opening up the season. So Chiefs by dog walk in the second half, 31-13.
Okay. All right, man. That's what I'm saying. Football season is here, full effect. College football is here fully. Then you got NFL kicking off this week. Yeah. So now we got a full slate of weekend games. We will talk about future games at our live on IDK Sports Live podcast that you can catch on YouTube and all podcast platforms on this week. It'll be Friday at 9:40 p.m. Don't forget to check that out. And you can catch us right here at IDK Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We back in studio. Feel good to be back in the studio.
In the spot.
Doing a little deep dive on some things, man. Football season. Kind of started back with football season. Full effect. College started last week. NFL this week. So now, you know what I'm saying? We back, fellas and ladies. And like for everybody.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We just back, man. Feel good to be back, bro. Man.
Be that. Welcome back.
Feel to be back, man. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny.
What's happening?
Until next time.
Yo.
Holla.